Hi kids, welcome back. Heidi here with a quick question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much does it bother you when someone's collar is askew and no one does anything about it? It's all just folded over wrongly and limply and sadly, like no one even bothered to look in a mirror before they filmed a YouTube video. Well, if you don't know the answer to that question, you're about to find out. Thanks for watching. Hi kids, welcome back. Heidi here. Well, as promised or as threatened, depending on how excited you are to hear this, I have a little bit of a bins haul. On an earlier haul video, I mentioned that I'd also been to the bins, but I was trying to keep it short. And then when I was reorganizing my office and trying to get everything sorted and know what phase things are in, I found another bag of stuff that I'm ready to list and got it steamed and then realized I hadn't shared it with you. So I'd like to do that before I start listing it, because once I start listing it, it goes into bags and gets stored. So first let's do the bins, okay? So I spent $10 and I got 13 pieces, one of them accidentally. Does that ever happen to you? You put something in the cart and think, well, I'm going to look it up, right? Because the strategy at the bins is if you think you're interested, put it in your cart. If you just stand there and look it up, then 6 great things might get picked up by somebody else while you're diddling around. So throw it in your cart and check it out later. And somehow it got hidden, so maybe I'll give it to my daughter's dog. We'll see. Okay, what did I get at the bins? Well, as I told you, $10. I rounded up, actually, $9.46, and then I rounded up to 10. So my items cost me 77 cents each if you cost average, which is easy to do at the bins. This is a sports bra, and the pads are in the cups, even though they're really mangled and messed up. That's because they put it through the laundry, which you should never do. Always take your pads out before you wash it. And the brand is Rika, which I don't know anything about, and I haven't looked it up. Hopefully it's worth 10 or 15 bucks because I paid 77 cents for it. And I might give it a soak in oxy, but it actually looks pretty white. Now it's inside out. Never mind. It's hard to resist a 77-cent sports bra that you know nothing about. Speaking of 77-cent sports bras, this is a Nike Dry Fit, but I thought it was really pretty. Do you think it's pretty? Well, let's say cute. It's a size large, and again, I thought I could take 2 pictures of it, 3, 4, the inside, the outside, and sell it for something. Maybe 15. Here is a scarf. You know how a shirt jacket became a shacket? Well, a scarf and a wrap is now a scarf. First I'll show you the label, Pashmina. It's made in Italy. And I just thought it was a pretty pattern. What do you think? I've sold these before, typically get $20 to $30. But I just really like the pattern on this one for some reason. And of course, it weighs nothing, so it didn't contribute to the cost of my items very much. This is Beach Lunch Lounge. I get it more often at the bins than I get it at the thrift store. But it's a very cute summer shirt. Blue stripe with a cap sleeve. Preppy and beachy looking. And what's it made of? Feels like linen. 55 linen, 45 cotton. It's a classic, and it will definitely sell. I don't think I looked up a price for that one. I've got some prices over here. My assistant taped up a list for me. This is Zach and Rachel. It's an extra large, long sleeved, very lightweight, like a dip dye. And it's in a stripe, blue blue stripes going up to gray. I just thought it was pretty. It's got a roll tab sleeve. Feels like rayon. 65 polyester, 35 rayon. Again, very lightweight, easy summer shirt. Did I put down a price for that? Nope. 20? So here's my accident. It's a dog sweater in a cute cable knit, heathered gray, with some, this is for Jack and Ryan, with some rosettes on it, little crocheted flowers, and it's a size large. And if Kate doesn't want it, Kate is the name of my daughter's golden doodle. The brand is Top Paw. Sweater and coat, marled flower sweater, gray, large, size large. I have no idea if Kate is a large. She doesn't seem large, but she's not small either. And if you think about a small dog is fitting in your purse and a medium dog is fitting on your lap, Kate thinks she fits on your lap, but she does not. So maybe she is a large dog. I'll give her that. Otherwise, I think I could probably sell it in the winter for $15, $10. I don't know. Just be careful what you put in your cart at the bins. Be careful to take it out again. This is something I probably would only do at the bins. The brand is Wild Fable, which is from Target, but I think there are people who really like Wild Fable, and I think this will probably sell on Poshmark. Look at that. It's new with tags, and the retail was $25, but very cute summer dress, baby doll style, kind of a French terry. Yeah, it's cute. And I looked up comps on this one, and on Poshmark, they're only 10 to 15, even for new. But, I'm sorry, eBay, they were 10 to 15 for new. But on Poshmark, they were 18 to 22 for a $25 dress. So, I thought that was cute. I'd never heard of this brand before. These are some joggers. And the brand is FLX or Flex. And they're called the, what does that say? Travel Leisure Jogger Large. These look sort of internet-y to me, Amazon-y. See, there's that Heidi's pet peeve where people didn't take there was a tag right there and somebody just yanked it off. The threads are still there. But they're a kind of a spongy, stretchy, almost ponte knit, but softer. I don't know why they call them a jogger because they don't have a jogger hem. So that disturbs me. Joggers usually have a cuff or elastic. They go in at the ankle, right? And these don't. But I don't know what possessed me. I think I looked them up there, and the cups are 25 to 30. What I have to figure out is, are these men's or women's? The pockets are sort of accommodating, but they don't feel like men's pockets to me. So we'll call these women's, okay? And since they're a large, I guess I could measure them. Those look like a lady's large. It's a risk, but what are you going to do when you pay 77 cents? Okay, this is actually 2 items in one because I had to corral these somehow. Are you still listening? Okay. Oh, it's all coming apart. So what I got, there was this nasty ratty shower curtain, but it had the rings attached, and I thought they were cute. The shower curtain was cute too, but it was just destroyed. But always make sure there's 12 shower curtain rings. One of my competitors is selling this set, but they only have 10. And that means 2 of your buttonholes will be empty. So, woodland creatures. There's 6 raccoons and 6 foxes on these cute shower curtain rings. What do you think? Anyway, they were very cheap. And I threw them in my cart, and I can probably get $15. So I wrapped them up in a silk scarf by Anne Klein. It's long and skinny, and I might now you can see the shape. I didn't want to lose my ring, so I wrapped it up I don't know. I'll list it, $10. Some Anne Klein stuff is very, very nice, and silk scarves are nice, but I don't know. Again, this will probably be $10 or $15. It's a polyester kimono, but I liked it for two reasons. Well, three. It was 77 cents. It had the belt still included, and it had this beautiful peacock pattern on the back. Okay, so I know these are not quite as popular as they were, I think. I used to list them and, they'd sell in a week. But I still think people like them to wear as a topper, and especially now that we're going into spring and summer. I think that they're still a thing. I'd love to hear what you think. Are they a thing? I mentioned a couple videos ago, and if you were paying attention and didn't leave the room to pee or get a snack, I sometimes save belts. Maybe it's something that I got that came with a belt, and it turns out I can't list it, needs to be donated or thrown away, I'll save the belt. If it's a kind of an all-purpose belt that has no value to sell on its own. Anyway, I'm keeping a little stockpile of belts for things that have lost their belt, and especially at the bins. And because, you don't pay very much, 77 cents. Did I mention that? Anyway, this little pink patent faux patent leather. There we go. Just a little pink skinny belt. Someday I'm going to find a dress and think, boy, that would look cute with that pink belt. And then I will hunt for the belt for a couple of hours and give up. And then 2 days later, I'll find it. Yeah, so I got that belt. Did you ever do that? Okay, 2 more items. This was quite a score. I saw the fuzziness and thought, ooh, and then I reached out for it and pulled it toward me. This is a bin that was picked over. I don't go to bins that haven't been picked over because I don't like crowds. And I picked it up and I felt it and I thought, boy, that's cashmere. And then I saw this little label, Claudia Nicole, 100% cashmere. And then I saw this, and then I threw it in my cart. And when I looked it up, Claudia Nicole wraps and ponchos. This is a poncho. Where's yeah. Oh boy. There we go. Now you can see it's a triangular shaped, stick it over your head kind of thing with no sleeves. That's a poncho, right? No sleeves, no side seams. The retail is about $130, and the sold comps for ponchos and wraps like this is $50 to $60. Isn't that fun for 77 cents? So, I know it's not winter, but this will be a case of list it and wait, and not when somebody offers me 20, just say sure. This one is a little bit of a gamble, but I thought it was fun. I knew when I saw the edges that it's a baby thing. It's a baby blanket, and the picture is an elephant playing the piano because, of course, that's how you want to fall asleep. Doesn't seem lullaby-ish, but yes, it's an elephant playing the piano. It is very soft, cotton on one side, little print, and beautiful condition. Just a nice square swaddling size, or play on the carpet size. And the brand is not one I've ever heard of, and I didn't find a lot of comps, but here's how we're going to sell it. It's called Mom's Home, a nature product. Mom's Home. It is certified organic. That's how we're going to sell this. An organic cotton baby blanket. What do you think? Elephants playing the piano. That print looks very vintage to me, but certified organic baby blankets are not a vintage thing. In the olden days, baby blankets were probably filled with pesticides. That might explain why I am how I am. Also, my crib was probably painted with lead paint, and I chewed off most of the end posts off the end of my crib. So that also might explain. So that's the end of the bins. Took me 15 minutes to talk about 13 things. I hope it's 13 things. I didn't count them again. So let's move on. Quickly now. This is from Goodwill. And I paid anywhere between $4 and $6 for these things. It was probably a sale day. This is J. Jill Reversible. It's a very soft cotton blend tunic length sweater with a shark bite, but it's subtle. It's not super shark bitey, is it? And those log and looky people, those layery coastal grandma people, they wouldn't mind a little bit of a down dip on the hippie side, right? That would be coverage happy. Anyway, reversible, it goes from this seafoam to this blue. And when I bought it, the cuffs were turned up, which is kind of cute for contrast. So what am I going to list that at? About 30. That's going back in the bag. Let's keep organized here, shall we? This was kind of I don't know why I got this. Black Brown 1826. Oh, this is why. 100% merino wool made in Italy. I'm a sucker for that. But the style is kind of old school. It's a cardigan with a hem. I didn't even put down a comp price for that, did I? I'll be lucky to get 25 for that next February. This one I like better, just because I like it better. It was a brand I'd never heard of. How about you? Andrew Carrington. 100% cashmere. This one I'm going to list for $42.99. I could go 45, I could go 40. No, $42.99. It's a quarter zip. I just love the orange with that cream trim. Just a classic men's cashmere sweater. But Andrew Carrington, that's a pretty good brand apparently. Had never found it before. Promise there's not much more men's in here. You'll see more ladies. I know you get tired of me and my men. I only have one, and I don't expose you to them any more than necessary. This is Alaskan Hard Gear by Duluth Trading Company. So Alaskan Hard Gear, they've kind of rebranded that as AKHG, but this is an older piece. It's their high-performance workwear. Duluth mostly makes workwear. They also make some stuff, I guess you could call it fashion. You know, blue jeans and button-up shirts and Henleys and so on. But they make clothing for men and women who work hard, usually outdoors for a living. And kind of like Carhartt, but with style. But this is called the, what's this called? The jacket has a name, which I looked up. And I'm going to list it for $50. It's a really great jacket. And it's in really great condition. It's got one little spot where there's some blue on the pocket. I'll show it to you right there. See? But for somebody who's going to wear this to work outdoors in, they won't care about that blue spot. And it was probably about 200 new. So I'm going to list it for $50. We'll see what happens. And that could sell still now. Doesn't have to be winter time. Here is one more men's shirt. I got this because it was new with tag, and it was seersucker. Jack's, New York. Seersucker is a very popular summer weight shirt. If you're not familiar with seersucker, it's the puckery one. So seersucker rhymes with pucker. That's how you know what you're dealing with. It's a gray button-down collar shirt, new with tags. That's another one I didn't write down. What's wrong with me? Probably 2025. This is a new brand to me. Miranda Lambert is now in the clothing biz. Idle Wind. It is a Henley, waffle, thermal kind of Henley. It very much reminded me of Free People, the ones they do with the fancy cuffs. So this has mixed fabric and a little bit of embroidery. It's a slightly faded black. I think it probably came faded. On the back yoke is the mixed media fabric. So Idle Wind by Miranda Lambert. I think I'm going to just list that for about, good Lord, I didn't put that down either. $25, and I'll probably get 20. This is J. Jill Pure Indigo. I'm guessing the Pure Indigo line, everything's blue. So this is a blue chambray pop-over tunic shirt. Very soft and very lightweight. Nice wide comfortable sleeve. I'm going to list for $25, and I'll probably get it. Here's another very sheer lightweight blouse by Clara Sun Wu. It's kind of a modified leopard print. Looks more like footprints than leopard prints, but button front, no collar on it, just a little round neckline. And it is a roll tab sleeve. Very sheer and lightweight. Such a pretty blouse. I'm going to list that for $35. I don't find Clara Sun Wu very often, but usually gets a good price. This is another linen shirt, Sigrid Olsen. And it is a popover, almost a tunic length, longer. It's got the kind of like shirt tail hem, so it fits nice around the hips. It's a roll tab. It's what I would call millennial pink. Do you remember when we were buying everything millennial pink? It's a very soft rose color. And that is going to be listed for $32. So if you don't like selling men's clothes, but you want to make some fast money, take a whiz through the men's jeans and shorts and look for super wide, baggy, embroidered denim. Jenko or Junko, whatever you want to call them, South Pole, Gerbeau, all those brands from the early 90s all the way to the late 90s. Shorts and jeans. The more embroidery, the better. Look them up. You could make $40, $50, $60 on a $6 pair of jeans. So here we have some shorts in a black wash. Very big and wide and baggy and long. The only embroidery is on this strange little pocket on the back of the thigh. But these are Kanai Jeans Company, or from Carl Kanai. And when I was researching these again, I've sold Carl Kanai, sold a pair of jeans once. Carl Williams, Carl with a C, Williams, started this clothing company, Carl Kanai. And it's a very interesting read in Wikipedia, but he basically invented streetwear. Started making his own stuff to wear, his own style, and then people would ask him, where'd you get that? Can I do that? Can I have one? And he started making them one at a time with a tailor friend of his father's. And anyway, it's a great story. Read it. And the Kanai comes from Carl Kanai. It's really inspiring. And stuff is still selling 30 years, 40 years later, 30 years later. So the Kanai jeans will be $30, the shorts, but if they were jeans, I would get $50 or more. So, and they're so easy to spot in this store, you wouldn't believe it. Here is a Toad & Co. 100%. It's an organic cotton shirt. It is popover. It's the tiniest forest green check. I really like this one because it has pockets and it's so sheer and lightweight. Roll tab sleeve, perfect summer shirt. I didn't put that down, but I'm going to list it probably for $30 because it's organic cotton, and I will take down to $20 probably. Here's a pair of men's athletic shorts. They are Jordan. Nike makes them, and they're from University of Michigan. No idea. Oh yeah, $20. I just got them because they're Michigan, and I was having so much luck selling sports stuff. See my previous video from last Saturday that I decided to get those. Here is a soft surroundings piece. Usually what I look for in soft surroundings is embroidery, novelty prints, something really eye-catching. And this is not particularly eye-catching. but I love the color. And it's a very soft, thick knit. And on each side are these giant snaps. And the top is called, it's between sweatshirt and t-shirt. The top is called Make It Snappy. And the comps are for around $30. So if you're curious about a soft surroundings piece, just look up the style number and then you'll find the style name. And then you can very easily check the comps. Because some of them are just kind of, not worth it. But I probably paid $5 for this. And I'll list it for $30 or $35. This is so cute. I don't do much Lucky Brand. But look at this. It's granny square Afghan pieces, right? In a little baby doll crop top. And it's new with tags. And so I had to get it. And I'm going to list that for $30. There's a few of them for sale and sold. Most of their pictures are crap. And I take great pictures. I might also try it on my dress form. But it's hard to make my dress form look like she's not naked from the waist down when she is. So we'll see. I just thought that was the granny square crochet. A combination of two great trends, the crop top and the granny square. Here's a cotton made in Hawaii Hawaiian shirt. It's called Styled by RJC. There are both vintage and modern shirts by this brand. And this one will probably only get $20 or $25. But it had so many great features. Islands and palm trees and breaking waves and fish. So, oh, look. People in canoes or outrigger boats. Can you see the boaty people? I don't know where. Oh, never mind. Buy the shirt and see for yourself. This is, I got it because it's an open weave crochet kind of knit. And I think those are good keywords. It's Sparrow by Anthropology. And it's a wide boat neck sweater in cotton and ramie in all kinds of colors with a little cable down the front. This would be nice for a summer evening because of the fabric. You would still be cool enough, but kind of cozy while you're sitting by the fire pit. Should I check to see if it's flammable? Just stay away from sparks. This was a great find. Zaya Active had a brief window of great success for me. And then I think the last two pairs of leggings that I found are still hanging around. So I don't know if it's fading, but the comps on this particular item were good. Here's Zaya Active's logo, is that moon. If you see it on the, oh. I've had an emergency and I have to stop. Hello again. Is your adrenaline up a little bit? Because it appears there was some sort of an emergency and no one ever came back to tell you what happened and how it all turned out. And don't worry, everybody's just fine. How much does that bother you on a scale of 1 to 10? Go ahead and measure, because this is the end of the video. Thanks so much for coming. We had a great time, right?